Here we have a new 2025 Ford Mustang Ecoboost Premium. This one comes in Vapor Blue Metallic, and then we have Ember Glow ActiveX interior. You might have heard that upgraded active valve exhaust, but the powertrain consists of a 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Front end here, we do get our LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights as well. They don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But ever since it's got its refresh in 24, it's just a really, really good looking car. Down here to the wheels, these are premium painted aluminum, 20-inch. You do get passive keyless entry. Power door lock controls there, one touch up and down windows, power mirror controls. You do get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. Headlamp controls are there, trunk release. Down here is the hood release. Love the pedals. You get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have a power seat bottom with two-way power lumbar support, manual seat back. And then here's a look at the rear seat. Just if you're interested, you can fold that down as well, and the top tether's on the top of the seats themselves. But I want to give a huge thanks to Ford of Franklin for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new car you might be interested in. So there's a cargo space there. It's actually pretty good, I think, for the segment. Pretty similar to the Camaro. LED tail lamps, again, they don't flash, that's just my camera. But listen to this exhaust, I really like this. It's an expensive option, but I actually like the sound, especially since it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder. I'm just impressed by that. So if you want to fold this down, the back seat, you just pull on the strap here, and that'll fold flat, and you can run longer objects through. And again, the top tether for the car seats is up there, and then your anchors are back in there. Seat back pockets on the passenger side. It's a fun fact there. And then for the adjustability, the seat bottom's power, like on the driver's side, no lumbar support, but manual seat back as well. Lockable glove compartment. And then just a quick look at the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you want to take a closer look at anything. But yeah, that active valve performance exhaust is $1225. These wheels are $1450. And then the Copilot 360 Assist Plus is $1295. I mean, I don't think it's a bad price, honestly, for what you get here. But we'll test it on the test drive, see if it holds up to the Mustang name. The fuel economy numbers are fantastic, I will say that. As we come around to the front, once again, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.3-liter turbocharged EcoBoost 4-cylinder. And then just a quick look at the blinkers. I like the dance. How they kind of go from left to right and back. Make sure, I'll just adjust when I sit back. So like the design of the steering wheel here, feels good. I love the flat bottom as well. There's the horn. Now to the radio here, we do have our AM, FM, XM, and then we also have Bluetooth audio. And on top of that, we do get our wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. This AC is blowing kind of hard for it to just be on the second setting, but that's a good thing. And then the navigation systems here, you get a year subscription there, and then you have to pay for everything else if you want to keep the subscription going to get the full services. But pretty easy to use, and there's a lot that you can do with it. But your AC controls, if you saw that, they are in the screen, so you can do fan speed there, adjust it like that. Temperature here, auto there. And then we have our defrosters here, the AC toggles there. And then if you want to do the other side, you can turn that on as well. But 3-stage heated cooled seats for both of the front seats is nice. And then in our settings, you can go in here under general, change your units of measurement or your language. And then instrument cluster settings, adjust your sound, all that. You do get the B&O system, which is a pretty solid system, I think, in this car. So apps are here, and then your features are here. So that includes your driver assistance, the My Mustang, and all of that. So a lot that you can do in this little screen here. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Then down here, hazards, favorite button, traction control. You can hit this little Mustang, and it pulls up the My Mustang app, and you can go to the track apps, the color, cluster scheme, all that. Then your auto stop toggles here, volume knob there, 12 volt USB-C and a USB-A duo there. And then for the shifter, just push this down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your limiter there. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. Bottle holders. Center console cubby space with a 12 volt. There's a look at the back seat from up here. Sunglasses holder. And then back to the steering wheel itself, left side. So blinkers and high beams, and over here we have our intermittent wipers. So one time off, and then you have your auto, low, high. You can adjust that auto sensitivity here. And then for the co-pilot, you get that adaptive cruise. You can turn that on, and then you can adjust the gap here, cancel, resume there. The lane keeping system, you can toggle that on or off, and then limiters here, and you can set your speed there. But your drive modes, you can adjust those here. You have normal, sport, track, drag strip, slippery, and then your custom. And then you can even adjust your steering over here. So you have sport as well as your normal or your comfort. But then you also go through your gauge cluster here. So if you want to go through the sub menus, tire pressure monitors, gauge detail, and all that, and then voice recognition, track list or radio station presets, and then volume up, volume down. Turn the air off, it's getting a little hot in here. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And to make sure you have that B&O sound system, you're gonna have a logo right there. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Mustang Ecoboost Premium out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Mustang Ecoboost here, pretty quick car. Love the exhaust. It's a very menacing sound having that active valve performance exhaust. But it's not too much. It doesn't sound weird, or it's not doing too much. It's absolutely perfect. I love the sound of the exhaust. Now here in the sport mode, you get the sport exhaust sound, you get the sport steering, and you can adjust the actual steering feel in sport. You just automatically get the sport. But if you go back to, let's say, the normal drive mode, you can go between those 3 steering modes, which include comfort, normal, and then sport. So I kind of want to leave it in sport. just because I really like the steering. I like to drive, I have a Mustang Mach-E, and I like to drive mine in pretty much the sport mode, the unbridled, so I like touchy pedal, stiff steering, stiffest ride possible. Now this with a 10-speed I really like, because it, even in sport mode here, if you're not thrashing it, which I find interesting, it's not trying to necessarily redline. It just goes through the gears quickly. They're snappy. They're not even harsh. They're just very smooth, very quick. And obviously it's not a GT, but the EcoBoost is a pretty potent powertrain paired with this 10-speed again, because you do get that pull from the turbo, which just makes a world of difference, at least in how the acceleration feels. So we're gonna give it a quick pull here. Here we go. Again, I wasn't giving it much of anything. It has a lot to give. It's so quick. And it's actually just really impressive how good the overall acceleration curve is. You have turbo lag obviously, but nothing that's really noticeable. Now I do want to give one more thanks to Ford of Franklin for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. Takes a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new car you might be interested in. But I think for the money, a fun car, tons of power. It's just fun to drive overall, and looks pretty good too. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Mustang Ecoboost Premium.